Hi guys, it's Sadie and our special guest here, Mackenzie. I thought she was gonna do the vlog with me, but she fallen asleep. This video is Mackenzie's 5-month update. I'm doing this video because a lot of friends and family have been asking how she's doing, and I've just been overwhelmed with text messages and things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put her down and we're gonna start without her. So I know it says 5-month update, but I'm gonna start from the beginning for you guys. I'm gonna rewind a little bit for you guys and give you guys a recap of months 1 through 4 because I know you guys are curious. Mackenzie was born on May 17, 2018. She weighed 7 pounds 8 ounces and she was 19.5 inches long. For the first month, Mackenzie was sleeping all day and up all night, and it was a pain in the butt. I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, when is this gonna end? Like, I can't get no sleep in because I wasn't a day sleeper. I was struggling with it. She was like, well, just wait it out 6 weeks, it should change. People would also comment that Mackenzie seemed like she was very aware and alert, and this was only at 1 month. Like, she would look at people move and everything. I decided to nurse her, so I would feed her on demand, and it was like every 1 to 3 hours. It was just depending on how long she slept, but I did feel like my life revolved around breastfeeding her, but that was okay because it was my choice to breastfeed her. It just felt like that was all I did. Oh, Mackenzie behind me waking up, I think. Try to be quiet. So during that first month, the doctor told us that once the umbilical cord fell off, we could start doing tummy time. So we started doing that, and she completely hated it. We would get probably like 30 seconds out of her and she would be like, like, just take me off my tummy now. By the time we went back for Mackenzie's 1-month appointment, she was already 10 pounds 6 ounces and 21 inches. Like, she had grown. She was fat. People were like, what are you feeding her? I'm like, nothing but what she's supposed to be getting. She was just, I mean, Mackenzie was very good early on at emptying the breast. Like, she would only eat for like, or drink, I guess, for like 5 minutes, and people would tell me that they would nurse their baby like 15 minutes on one side, 15 minutes on the other, and I would be like, nah, 5 minutes. I would burp her, offer her the second side, and she would refuse. Month 2 came around. Mackenzie started sleeping through the night for the most part. She was sleeping like 6 or 7 hours sometimes, and I would be like almost sleeping with one eye open, like, is she okay? She just got in a rhythm of sleeping through the night, and I was like so happy, but I was still not sleeping myself because I was concerned for some reason. And then I mentioned it to the doctor, and the doctor was like, whoa, that's wonderful. So I let it go, and it was good for a while. So when Mackenzie turned 2 months, she was then, let me look and see, I gotta check my notes. She was 13 pounds 4 ounces and 23 inches. Like, my baby was just growing, and they were telling me, oh, she's growing fast, she's gaining so much weight fast, but that's good, we like chunky babies. But she did mention that they expect babies to double their weight by 6 months. So Mackenzie was like well on her way. Because they mentioned it, I'm concerned being a first-time mom. You know, I'm overthinking everything that's going on or being said. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, about everything. That's just the way it is, I guess. I don't know if that's just me. Let me know how you guys responded as first-time moms. Did you go to the doctor for everything? Were you overly concerned about everything? Did you overthink everything? Because that's how I feel. So when Mackenzie turned about 2.5 months, my brother was here visiting. I was giving Mackenzie a bath. I was literally just like washing her arm like normal, and she just started giggling. I was like, where is this coming from? Like, wait, did you just giggle? So I'm yelling for Andre. I'm like, Andre, Mackenzie is laughing. But at the same time, I'm like almost in tears because I'm like, my baby is like legit laughing. I'm gonna see if I can insert a clip here of her laughing that first time when I was bathing her, because I called for Anthony. He ran in there with the camera and he was able to record her. I don't know what she's laughing at. What's so funny? What's so funny? What's so funny? Does that tickle? Does that tickle? And excuse the thunder you guys hear. It's like thunder and lightning outside going on right now, so excuse that. So also right before she turned 3 months, we would have her on her tummy, and she would kind of throw her head over to the side, and she would be stuck on her side for like a minute, and then she would push off with her leg. She did that for like about a week. After that week, she completely stopped doing it. Now when we put her on tummy time, she will not roll over at all. I don't know what that was, if she was just experimenting like, okay, I can do this, but I'm not really interested in doing it. So Mackenzie's 3rd month went pretty good. She started getting into tummy time a little bit more. She was lifting her head up by then, looking around, looking at the TV, following us more with her eyes. It was just going really good with tummy time. Also, when Mackenzie turned 3 months, she found her hand, so she would take her fist and just kind of suck on the side of her finger, and that was soothing for her because she never took the bottle, she never took the pacifier. So I was like, well, if that's how you want to soothe yourself, go ahead and do it. More power to you. But as time progressed and we moved more into like the end of the 3-month mark, coming up on 4, she discovered her finger. So she started sticking her finger in her mouth, and so now this is how she sucks on it. She's 5 months now and she sucks on the index finger. Yeah, she started just like looking at her hand. She would open her hand, close her hand, and look at it. And I was in this class one day and somebody said, is she trying to wave? And I'm like, no, she just, you know, discovering things like all other kids. And she was just realizing like, this is my hand, I have control of this. And she was amazed, I guess. So, and then after that, I bought those little rings and I would like give it to her so she could grab it. So it wasn't like a real, like she was grasping things yet, because I think she was just still opening and closing her hand. But I would just stick it in here there to let her know like, you can grab things with these things too. And then she would just like look at it and hold on to what I would give to her. When Mackenzie got to about 4.5 months, her sleeping patterns from that 2 and 3 month period completely changed. So I started Googling and I'm like, what's going on, you know? Excuse me. And I saw this thing that said 4-month regression. So I asked someone about the 4-month regression and they were like, well, it could be something, but then it could not be something. It could be the teeth, a growth spurt. But those people reassured me that, you know, it's just a stage. It's just a phase, I should say, a phase rather than a stage. But it'll all pass. And I just been going with the flow, just like I have been with everything else concerning my baby, because I'm a first-time mom. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm doing a damn good job doing it. So we took Mackenzie to get her 4-month shots, and I'll put that in the description box as well, or either I'll leave a little icon up here for you guys to click. And that went pretty well, I guess. In comparison to like the 2-month shots, the 4-month went really well. And when we took her for her 4-month shots and they weighed her, she was 15 pounds and 13 ounces. So Mackenzie she's doing good. A few days before she turned 5 months, she started making this snorting like piggy type sound, and we would just crack up every time. And then my husband started doing it with her. She would look at him and do it back, and it's the cutest thing, but it's so funny. She sprouted 2 teeth. I did not notice them at first. I was just holding her one day. I had her up like this and I noticed that her gums looked a little red at the bottom. So I'm like, let me check this out. What now? Like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, let me see. So I opened her mouth. I looked in and there was a little tooth right at the gums. And I'm like, oh my gosh. That was another moment where I was just like in awe. Like, with the idea that my baby is just progressing and growing, and I get to experience all these new stages with her and see her progress. It was just amazing. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for your dad to get home so he can see it. And I'm gonna insert the thing up here. So she got the 1 tooth, and then about a week later the 2nd tooth started coming. So toward the end of 4 months, coming up on 5, this is where we are now. Like I said, Mackenzie got the 2 teeth. She also showed interest, or I don't know if I could say showed interest, but I sat her up on her bottom. She was kind of balancing. So in my head, I'm like, okay, this is the next step. Let's get it going, you know? So I started sitting her up, and she is doing really, really good. And now she kind of grabs at things herself. She holds them, she shakes them. Like, coming up on these 5 months has been a very big adventure for us. It's been a lot of growth, a lot of development with the teeth, the grabbing, the sucking of her finger. It's just been a lot of things going on. And now we're doing this class called Brain Train, and there's a lot of other babies in there. And it's not that she's like full on like interacting, but some of them are crawling, and they'll crawl over to her, they'll touch her feet, and she'll smile at them, she'll laugh. Like, it's just been a beautiful journey. I'm so glad that she's here. I'm so glad that she's mine. I didn't go over every single thing that she's done this far, but I went over the things that I could remember off the top of my head, the things that were significant to me. Growth is happening. We may not notice all those little things that they're doing, but each little thing that your child is doing, I said doing twice, but you know what I mean, it's just a step before something else that's to come, you know. And someone once told me, don't compare your child to someone else's child, because it will just drive you crazy. Like, I know someone whose child is the same age as mine. I know a couple people actually, and you see that, oh, this child is doing this, how come my child is not doing that? And you start to think something is wrong with your child. Don't compare your child to other children. Your child will get there when they're ready. They all progress at their own rates. So just be patient with them. They'll get there. So along with that being said, I just grabbed my phone because I wanted to give you guys the accurate name of this app that I use. Someone told me about it, so I downloaded it. This is the CDC app, and it's a milestone app. And basically what it is, I don't think it goes through every month, but it does have 2, 4, 6, and 9. So it gives you like a checklist of what your child should be doing at that point. But still, even with this app, I wouldn't get overly concerned about, oh, my baby is not doing this. It said that my baby should be doing this at 4 months or 6 months and they're not doing it yet. Just give your baby a little extra time. Like I said, be patient with them. But this app is a good milestone tracker, so you kind of know what to expect next, what to look forward to, which is always great because it makes me smile knowing that, oh, my baby is through this stage, what's next, you know? So I'm gonna end the video there. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, make sure you leave them below. Like I said, I'm very active in the comments, so I will read them. As always, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, comment, share this video with your friends that might have a 5-month-old and they're not knowing what they should be expecting at this point. Share this with them so they can kind of get an idea. Like I said, I didn't go over every single thing that she's done because I can't remember everything, but my mom told me start writing stuff down so you know. But I was like, why? But now I see, like, okay, I do want to go back and reminisce on, oh, my baby did this at that point. But this is the end of the video. So make sure you guys hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when I upload, because I will be posting, excuse me, monthly updates from here on out. This is 5 months, so expect a 6-month update. So look who's awake now that I finished the video. I'm already done now. They came to see you and you're not even awake. Are you gonna say something? Are you gonna say hi? Hello, I had a good little nap. She don't care, she's not interested. But yeah, this is Mackenzie. For those of you that don't know her and haven't seen her before, this is Mackenzie. All right guys, make sure you hit that notification bell. Bye, see you on the next video.